Hello. Okay. I don't even remember all the controls for this. No. But to be fair, the rumbling noise could have happened like weeks ago when I was last working on this house. Oh, that's good. Because this house does have cult symbols on it. I do remember that much. I don't know if this house has any more coal symbols on it. I may have washed them all off. It's quite a while ago when I was playing on here. always forget how soothing this is. Part of the whole deck, so it's not gonna go until I don't like it sounds like something squirming. Maybe something is squirming. The door done. Is that Felice? No, I think that's just the light reflecting. I'm kind of scared I'm going to see something in one of these windows because of all the cold signs. I mean, this isn't crime scene cleanup. I do have that, but it's on my Steam Deck, so I can't stream it yet. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get it to like go onto my laptop and then just use OBS to stream from my laptop, but I'm not entirely sure that will work. Oh, those are just shadows, which is kind of annoying. But it is what it is. So window down. And the window frame is separate, of course. It really does look like flashing lights on a cop car out of the corner of my eye every time I look at it. go that this side now. The shadows on here too to watch out for. Concerned about this gutter. Is there more to it? Is that why? Oh, there's still the top part of it. I was gonna say I'm just concerned. Can't get to it. Okay, I want this. part of the veranda. Okay, here's some other stuff. Get these bricks all done. Okay, get the bottom of the wooden trim, of course. And then I'll try to get as much of the house as I can reach, and then eventually we'll get on a ladder. Just part of a symbol. Another one. Oh, lovely. There's a whole back porch to do. Just doing the front one wasn't painful enough. Alright. Just crawling around in the grass. There we go. Yeah, I'll get to you. I've got a lot of jobs lined up. Oh, lovely. A school is contacting us. I'm sorry, the volcano? This is actually a volcano-free zone. Swore off volcanoes, you know? I do wish there was some music. I think I've talked about that before. I'm pretty sure I streamed this around Christmas, and I played Christmas music really softly in the back so that the stream couldn't hear it, but I could hear it so that at least I could have music. Which they're coming out with a second game, so maybe they'll, because I think a lot of people have asked for like a little radio or something in game, so maybe they'll take that on board. And like the 2-point games have some nice little radio things. I don't need like the radio announcers and stuff, but they just have some like kind of jingly music, and it's all instrumental, so you don't need to worry about getting people to sing it. And symbol out of the way. I'm not really sure what kind of symbol it is. I'm sure I'll find out. I know there's like kind of, I don't know if there's lore, but edge off. Trying to get the bottoms of things. That's what's most annoying to get. I don't know what I just finished, but gamey. playground was a lot more fun to clean than this. It got a little annoying towards the middle, but houses are annoying because you have to get on the roofs. Try to get this wall done. There we go. I fear I've already grown weary of this game for the night. I've just been really addicted to playing my Hatsune Miku rhythm game, but I can't stream that because there's no music to it when I stream. So you just see me pressing buttons, and that's not very exciting. The good news is I did increase the storage on my PlayStation, so I can now store more games, but I don't just want to be starting games left and right. think we've reached the point where I need the ladder. I'll start with that. And we will place it here. I don't know. I didn't really feel like playing Stardew Valley, so I played this. Now I kind of don't want to be playing this. But I don't really know what I want to play. Also, I'm kind of mad at myself. I forgot to download the VOD for Date Everything that I played last Tuesday. Yeah, it's gone. I thought about it on like Monday and I was like, oh yeah, I'll go home and I'll download it. And then obviously that didn't happen. Oop. Me and this ladder don't get along. I am not bothering with mobile games. I start them and then quickly fade away from them. Like, I played Love in Deep Space really hard for several weeks. And then I just haven't been on in like a month. And I just don't really have room for any more. You know? Plus, I just keep buying. Now that I have the Steam Deck, I try to buy games so I can play on that. tried out a couple. I've been working through some of the demos that I got on for Next Fest, which several of them have just not been successful because they don't run on the Steam Deck or a Mac, but because they're demos, they don't really note that, so I attempt them all. I tried a fun one called Collector's Cove, which is, it's kind of like Raft in the sense that you're on a boat and you can fish and you can pull like wooden crates and stuff in to get materials, but also you stop off on you're riding on a dinosaur boat. And I don't think you're actually stranded. I think like you are willingly riding around and you could just go from island to island, and the point is to collect plants and fish and maybe bugs. I didn't see any bugs, but it's possible. Well, Harper's gonna tell me about the weird symbols on this house. Oh, there's builder's diagrams. Well, that's not exciting. I mean, I don't know if I believe that. But oh, in other news, the drunk fight came back to my work. The one that we were like, yeah, you can't come back anymore. Well, the last time we told him not to come back, he was obviously very drunk. And so did not remember that he had been asked to not return. Allegedly. Obviously, this is per him, but he just like casually walked in and was filling up his water bottle and stuff, and we were like, what you doing there, bud? You can't be here. Oh, Millions Mint and I are returning tomorrow with Minecraft again. Oh, yeah, we were like, well, I don't know why I'm saying we. I wasn't there, but, I mean, I was at work, but I was not downstairs when it happened, but I think they were just like, hey, yeah. Well, I think they did call the police, just in case. And then they were like, hey, yeah, we've actually asked you not to come back. And I mean, I didn't see any police officers actually in the library, so he must have left. There wasn't any shouting or anything. I mean, as far as I know, I guess. We're in the home stretch on this job. Oh, I've been watching TikTok has really hit off with this decorating show from the 90s about decorating on a budget, and they're all, they're not great, decor projects. And I've now taken to watching it. I also kind of randomly started watching Grand Theft Auto Online roleplay videos. I mean, it's not completely random. How it started is I was watching a video on this guy who has like 10 charges for impersonating the police, and at one point he well, okay, so the backstory is he had a funeral escort service, and he was like closing down traffic and kind of not actually saying he was the police, but dressed as the police, directing traffic, kind of yelling at people and stuff. And because he had so many charges, he was on Dr. Phil, it kind of like became a big thing and a meme. Someone made a mod for the cars and motorcycles that his escort company used. And so it started with, I was watching a roleplay video of them role-playing as him, and it was funny, and then I ended up finding a channel that's like all they do, and I don't know, sometimes I wish I wish I had friends that I could do that with, but not necessarily for GTA, but also, like, I don't know, I don't have the humor for that. Like, even because I'm playing The Sims, and I want to go back to it, even though OBS is giving me problems with it. But even that, like, if you watch other Sims Let's Play people, like, they're a lot better about, like, here's the story and stuff, like, telling a story with it, versus I'm like, well, the challenge rules say I have to do this. I'm just not a big story person. I'm just like, okay, here's the quest. Like, it's funny, for all that I'm into the lore of, like, games and stuff, I'm not good at, like, making my own storylines and stuff. And so I'm just like, the quest says to do this, so I do that. I don't know, like, I feel like if somebody gave me a story to act out and other people were doing it, I could do that. I was in theater. I don't know if I've shared that fun fact about myself. I was in theater and I tended to play crazy people. One of the plays I was in, I got to enter onto the stage and scream really loud multiple times. And so we didn't do our plays on a stage. We did theater in the round, except it was a square. And so we would have the seats, like, not on the wall, the four walls of the room, but, like, pushed out. And then how we would get out on stages, we'd stand in the corners and come out from the corners. And so one night during the play that I screamed in, that's true, there were old lady, because I made like my friends and stuff who came to watch the play sit in the corner, and I didn't tell them why. But one of the nights, my friends weren't there, and there were a bunch of old ladies, and I scared a bunch of old ladies by screaming really loudly in their ears, basically, as I came out from the corner. I also played the Spanish Inquisition, and I was passed out on stage. My senior year, our last big play, so I was the Spanish Inquisition in this play about Joan of Arc, and the Inquisition was part of her trial at the end when they killed her. And but how the play worked is that all the characters were on stage pretty much the whole time. Well, all the trial characters, and like all of the kind of flashback scenes of her, like, at war and stuff, they came from on stage, but people like me and the judges and stuff were on stage the whole time. So you're sitting under even though the room is dark, you've got, like, the stage lights up, obviously, where the actors are, and so you're sitting under the lights, and then as Spanish Inquisition, I was in this, like, bright red robe that, like, fully covered my whole body. It was thick material. And we already had kind of noticed I was having problems because the last night of rehearsal, I had to stop rehearsal and have someone get me something to eat because I started to pass out. But then, the last night of play, the night my family comes, sitting on stage, I didn't speak until the second half of the play. So the first act we're going through, we're at, like, the last couple minutes, and I start to feel like I'm going to pass out. But unlike rehearsal, I can't just stop the play to ask for someone to get me something to, like, eat or drink. So I'm just sitting there, and we finally go to break, because we do a break halfway through with an intermission. And I don't know how, but I managed to get up and walk to the backstage. And at that point, like, everything is going dark. I'm going to pass out. It's not looking good. But we make it to the back, and I'm sitting down, and I just, like, I did have, like, a shirt and shorts on underneath the thing, but I start, like, taking it off, and, like I said, everything's going black. My ears are ringing, and they ended up having to call my mom backstage to ask her if I was allowed to continue in the play. Because I did start feeling better once I wasn't so hot, and I think they got me some water and some food. And so they had to ask my mom if I could even, like, continue the play. And we decided that I could, and so they went upstairs and found me a prop goblet that I could drink out of. And so I went on stage with a goblet of water so I wouldn't pass out. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. This is the last part we need to do. And then we're in the clear. I don't know. I played a bunch of interesting characters. And we did a bunch of really weird plays. Our play department didn't get a lot of money, and so we couldn't afford to buy the rights to perform, like, a lot of your more common plays. And so our director made us do a bunch of weird shit. Some of them were funny, some of them were at least just interesting to do, like the Joan of Arc one. It's just interesting to do. I wouldn't say it's fun. It was a bunch of monologues, so people had a hard time remembering them. Because, like, dialogue is easy to remember because you can kind of go based on what other people on, like, you can remember it based on what other people on stage are saying. You can memorize it that way. You can't really do that with monologues. And then when you have, like, multiple, like, I was lucky, I really just had one really long monologue. And so even though it was long, like, it's slightly easier to remember because you just kept going and going on the same piece of dialogue. But we also did some really weird shit that my parents did not enjoy coming to see. My first play was about Benedict Arnold, but it was like a metaphorical play about Native Americans and the American Revolution, except this was not explained to us. Like, our director did not explain the plays to us when they were kind of these allegorical things. You got handed the script, and that was that. And if you caught on to the allegory, you did. But anyway, so this Benedict Arnold play, like, the narrators and stuff were like rivers and pieces of nature, and it was really weird. Like the rivers were talking at one point, and my parents walked away from the play and they were like, what the crap did I just watch? I had the very opening lines of the play. I was a soldier and I was like, this is the time. Like, I mean, not literally these words, but I basically was just like, it is the revolution. This is the time period of the play. Trying to think of what other plays we did. Well, I know we did a Wild West one, and I don't really remember this story, but I know, like, the whole time we sat there, I was playing. My job was to play checkers with somebody, and neither of us knew how to play, so we just pretended. And hoped for the best. I mean, it all worked out. I mean, our director knew we didn't know how to play. Probably a more dedicated theater group we would have learned, but like I said, not a lot of money went into this, and like half the cast was also in show choir. I was not, and so we were lucky we got into the play. We often didn't have enough people to fill like all the roles and stuff. It was like a whole thing. We also had, so it was really hard to get guys in to play roles, and so we had a lot of girls playing guy parts quite often. I mean, my first role in the Benedict Arnold play was technically a male soldier meant to go to a guy, and my very last play, because often we just change it to Facius? Wall. Window frame, windows. Often we would just completely change the character to male, but Not any of those. Well, we had fun with it. Sorry, I got distracted. Oh, that would be it. we had fun with it sometimes, because especially, and so we would do a serious play and then a funny play and then a serious so we would do a serious long play, a serious one act, and then a funny long play and a funny one act. So our fall semester would be serious plays and our spring semester would be the funny plays, and we had a lot of fun with it in the spring. So like my senior year, our long play, I was a male character that we changed to female, and at the end of the play, me and a female character got to, like, my character and a female character got together. And so our director was like, oh, we'll just like change it so that they're friends, and we were like, no, can't do that. So we introduced lesbianism to the theater department. Well, to the plays that we were doing. I can confirm we did not introduce it to the theater department. Gotta find the wood trim. Gotcha. All right. Okay. Clean. I don't have anything in progress. Clean the shoe house. Oh, this is the kids' playhouse. Yeah, they're probably not allowed on the roof. I'm not sure I should be allowed on the roof. I don't see any weird symbols on this one yet. Oh, but no, I was going over the place. So we did the western one. And then the next year started with, the next year was odd. We didn't do a serious play for a long play in the fall. We did a funny one because I'm pretty sure that's when we did the one where I screamed. And then for one act, we did this play that took place on a train car, and I was a crazy woman who kept ranting, and then I think I died. Maybe somebody died. I don't fully remember. I don't remember all the plays. I know we had the Joan of Arc one. My junior year, our one act was this play about a hedgehog. I wasn't in it very much because I was taking driver's ed, and so I played a tree. Well, I think I played more than a tree. I think, like, the tree spoke, to be clear. I wasn't just, like, playing a tree standing there. I think I had multiple parts, but they were all pretty small because I was taking driver's ed. I know we had one that took place in a high school because I was the mean girl. And we had another one, another fairy tale one where I was the narrator. I have a lot of my scripts somewhere at my parents' house, but they're... I don't like that. Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. Oh, creepy children. Trying to think of what else we did. I know the school one we did that it was the mean girl. It was in the 40s because I had to, I couldn't find the pantyhose with the lines up the back like you would have in the 40s. So I had to hand draw mascara lines on my leg every night. Remember that. God, I can't remember what it was, but we did some sort of other historical play because the other play we did my senior year, or maybe it was my junior year. Oh, the children are mailing me. The dress that I wore was very tight, and I made it through the week of the play and stuff, and I loved the dress, but I even made it through spring break, and then I came back from spring break, and one day I was in class, and then all of a sudden I was just like in super intense pain and almost passed out from it. I almost passed out a lot, apparently. And I had to be sent home. Because I almost passed out. I've been sent home twice for almost passing out. So one time in high school at the play, and then another time in middle school. And the one in middle school was really, I'm pretty sure both times I actually, when you get sent to the nurse for almost passing out, they come down with the wheelchair and they make you sit in the wheelchair. It's very awkward. Oh, we did a Sherlock Holmes play. I can't remember who I was in that one. I want to say I was like because it was Moriarty was the villain, of course. And I want to say I was one of Moriarty's henchwoman. I mean, Moriarty in our play was also a woman. But I want to say, yeah, I was a villain there as well. I'm telling you, I played the villain a lot. Never the main character. To be fair, I was not exactly the greatest of actresses. Presumably. I don't know. I auditioned for theater when I went to college, and it was like an immediate no. Which some of that was because they were like, we want people who can sing and dance. And I was like, oh. There was no singing or dancing in the plays that we did, because that would have been stepping on show choir's feet. Or toes, whatever the phrase is. So yeah, I cannot dance, and I would not say that I can sing. I don't know, I've kind of sung on here. But I wouldn't call it a great performance or anything. I can't remember what I would have been singing too. Oh, I'm pretty sure at Christmas time I sang some Christmas music while playing this game. Oh no, Johnny bit whatever child is currently texting me. Did he bite your finger? Oh. And he made his yogurt. I mean, that's good. I don't know that I should be encouraging revenge in children, but someone has to. It's okay, I mark these VODs as not family friendly on YouTube. Mostly because I say naughty words. Well, and then sometimes Reader comes in and next thing you know, there's jokes about Dr. Ratio. Oh, yes. I don't know that you've been around for a lot of it, but especially back in the day when I was trying to play Assassin's Creed, there was some language. Well, and I believe the other day on Wuthering Waves, there was a lot of inappropriate language. I believe at one point I was fighting a boss and the words fuck, 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 fuck you left my mouth multiple times. And then, yeah, you've obviously got all the Dr. Ratio jokes. I mean, you really weren't here for peak Dr. Ratio jokes, which would have been back when the update where Honkai gave you the bedroom, you get the toilet, or you get the bathroom, and there is a bathtub there. You can put rubber duckies in it to make it look like Dr. Ratio. On the day that on the first day it came out and I played it, I didn't play all the way through the event, but I did play long enough to get the bathtub unlocked, because as it so happened, Dr. Ratio was visiting the Astral Express that day, and I had to make sure he knew he was free to visit. And I'm sure there'll be more Dr. Ratio jokes when I eventually get around to Penacone, and because I believe there were also jokes when I did the Herta Space Station stuff where you meet him, and then I'm sure there'll be more in Penacone. Okay, I'm guessing it's a vehicle of some sort. Oh, no, the kids are gonna poop. I don't know enough about children to respond to this. Children scare me. That's why I'm not a kids librarian. This is a cute little play school, but also, like, again, I don't know a lot about kids, but I wouldn't be taking my kids out to school in the middle of the woods. Like, this just seems wild place to be taking the youth, you know? And, I don't know that I trust these garden gnomes. How do we feel about garden gnomes? I mean, sure. I suppose if you don't want to see your children again. I mean, you can probably have another. It's fine. You can just name them after the first child that you lost. And then send them to the school as well. And everything will be okay. Or at least I assume so. I mean, Jimmy, too. I think we're on to Jimmy 3 or 4. Unfortunately, I don't think the hospital will by that you haven't actually had another child, so I don't think you can pass off the hospital costs on that one. But if you just keep all of Jimmy One's clothing, what could go wrong? Okay. I'm gonna be done for the night. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna go play more Hatsune Miku rhythm game on my Steam Deck. But save that. But thanks you for coming. I'll be back tomorrow with Minecraft with friends. Peace out. Oh, I still have to do all my dailies. Never mind, I won't be playing on my Steam Deck. I'll be doing all my dailies.